Welcome back. Okay, so building your portfolio. So luckily for me, coming from a digital marketing background, I kind of have a good knowledge of what you should be including on your website. I actually build simple Squarespace websites for clients. So if you feel like this is really out of your comfort zone, please get in touch and I can help you build your website. Okay, so why a website? So not only does it showcase your work, your skills, you can also add on there testimonials, case studies, you could have a blog which will showcase your expertise. And it is also a really good way to get inbound traffic, because if you SEO optimize your website, which means search engine optimization, it means that people that are searching for you, for instance, freelance social media strategist in Cornwall, you might pop up and then you might get discovered by a new client. It also is really great because you have control over the branding, so you can make sure that it looks really cohesive and professional. I think it's a great long-term investment. It's yours to own, and I think it's a really good way to showcase everything you are as a freelancer. So what do you actually need to put inside your website? You need to be thinking of your website as your online CV. You want a prospective client to go on there to get a sense of who you are as a person, your personality. They want to understand what skills that you can give them. They want to know about your success stories, your testimonials, and they want to know how they can contact you and how they can find out more. I'm going to show you my website as a template. My website is consistently being updated. It is by no means perfect, but it's a good template to show you, and also to show you that you do not need to be a coder to have a website. I am not a coder by any means. I just used the Squarespace template and I moved around things. I added copy, I added imagery, and you can do it too. And like I said, if you do need help, just let me know. So the homepage. Here are the things that you should include on your homepage. A concise tagline that describes what you do and who you serve. This makes it immediately clear to visitors what you offer. So you need to have basically like a strap line. You then need to have a brief introduction that explains a little bit about yourself or your business, and add a personal touch. One of the amazing things about working with freelancers is that you can really pick a person depending on their personality as well. There are so many freelancers out there, and this is your chance to showcase your personality. I love being a freelance because I get to choose who I work with, and I want to work with people that I like. So personality is a really big thing. So I want to make sure that mine comes across so that people see that and want to work with me on that, not just my skills. You need an eye-catching CTA, which is a call to action. So, a button that says work with me or find out more or schedule a call. You actually need to have these call to actions across all of your websites so that people are constantly being reminded to get in touch. And then on the homepage, I would also include some positive testimonials, because this immediately builds trust with people, knowing that other people have had a positive experience with you. You can add loads more to your homepage. You can make it as long or as short as you want, but those are the kind of main things. So the next page is the About page. This is where you're going to highlight your professional journey, get across your personality. So it's not just about the skills and what you can offer as a job. This is where you can really shine. So here I would include information about your professional journey, any certifications you've got, any key accomplishments, but also share your mission and what inspires you and get that personality across. So the next page, and it's an important page, is the services page. So here you should be listing each service with a brief but clear description of what it includes, and briefly describe the benefits that clients can get by working with you. So whether it's saving time or achieving specific results or getting access to your unique expertise. You could even include pricing with your services, or you could add a CTA button saying get in touch for a personalized quote. I would go into detail about your services and try and list them really clearly, try to add photos, make it really engaging. The next page is case studies. So I think it is really important to include case studies because it just shows that you're not just all talk, it shows your success stories. So for each example, include a short description of what your client's goals were, what happened, what the process was, and the results achieved. Try to use high quality images or videos if you have them, or even documents. Just try to use things that show what you're talking about. I would try and include at least 3 case studies and just keep building on them. I've got a whole big list of case studies that I need to add to my website, which I will try and get around to, but just keep adding, because the more you have on there, the more trust that new client is going to have with you. And the other inclusions for the website, you could include a simple contact form. So this just means that people can fill out the form to get in touch with you. I also include all the logos from previous clients, because I've got some pretty mega clients that I'm really proud to have worked with, like BBC and Porsche and DHL. So definitely add them in. Also include certifications you've got or accreditations, and include those with logos. That will really build trust with you. I also have a newsletter, so I include a newsletter sign up button as well. And another great thing, especially if your freelancing niche is something like copywriting, is having a blog, because this is a place where you can actually showcase your experience and your knowledge. By uploading a weekly blog or a monthly blog or whatever you can do, it just shows that you know what you're talking about. And if your new client stumbles across that blog, they will trust your credibility even more. So a quick note to say about the case studies: if you are new to your freelancing niche and you're feeling a little bit worried that you don't have the experience, don't panic. There are ways that you can build up that experience even with not having a paid job. So the first thing you could do is passion projects. Like if you have a passion project that you are working on and it doesn't pay you anything, I guarantee that it still showcases some of your skills. So for instance, if you want to be a social media manager, do you have your own social media account, or could you create a mock-up social media account for a brand that you really love? The other thing you could do is offer pro bono services. So reach out to non-profit organizations or friends and family and see if you can do some work in your niche. You could do it at a low rate, or you could just do it for free. I definitely did my fair share of free stuff, but every bit of free stuff is still great because it just adds to your experience, and not only to look good on your website, but it actually teaches you a lot. So I really recommend this. Also, you can ask for testimonials, and testimonials are so good for building trust. And then the other thing you could do is collaborate with other freelancers. And this is why I love being part of an online community like the Uncommon Folk. There are so many people on that community, and you could be connecting with them, reaching out to them, and collaborating on a project, even if it is for free. This is just going to help you build up that portfolio, but also build up the testimonials. Really hope those are some handy tips to really help you build up your experience.